It has been on here for years, and I have still yet to read it. Hey y'all, my name is Nat. I hope you're having a terrific day today, and for this video, we are going to be doing a unhaul of my digital TBR. Alright, so before we get into anything bookish, make sure to hit like and subscribe down below, as well as tell me in the comments what's the last book that you just officially kicked off your TBR, decided you weren't going to read it, you weren't going to waste your time, said bye-bye. Let's talk about it. So a few years ago, I got in the habit of doing this every once in a while, checking out my Goodreads or Storygraph TBR and just officially going through, clearing out what I figured out isn't really for me anymore. As of late, if I'm being honest, it tends to be young adult stories, unfortunately. So once again, I'm going to be doing that to see, can I clear out the clutter? Can I make some room? Last year, I looked at my physical TBR, but honestly, right now, I'm not really seeing anything I want to get rid of, meaning I think we're just going to focus on the digital. But I actually am going to have a follow-up video to this one where there will be 10 books that I'll be considering keeping, and I'm gonna do the quick to judge book tag on them, and that tag will help me figure out which of those I'm actually gonna give a shot and try out. But before we can find those 10, we first must officially look at my digital TBR and kick some stuff off. So let me go ahead and get my digital recorder going. Okay, I decided to stick with Goodreads this time because as of late, unfortunately, this one is more up to date than my Storygraph. So I don't really think there's any sort of a structure to how these are laid out right now. Just go ahead and dive in. Nothing immediately is standing out to me. Speak by Laurie Halse Anderson. This is a YA novel that I believe dives into SA, and I know it's got tons of awards. It's probably a book I would have really enjoyed when I was younger. Enjoyed sounds like the wrong word. Appreciated when I was younger. I probably could still appreciate it now, but I'm nervous that because it's geared towards a YA audience, it just won't have the amount of nuance that ensure I have a better reading experience. I don't know though. This actually might immediately be one of those books I consider for that quick to judge challenge, because it's a young adult novel, but it's a hard-hitting one, which those can still work for me. It very much depends on the voice of the characters. Maybe I'll go ahead and add that to the list. A Dirty Job by Christopher Moore. I've been very intrigued by this one because it sounds similar to the Charlie Davidson series, where the main character is the Grim Reaper. I think that's why I originally put it on here. It has been on here for years, and I've still yet to read it. But I do hear it's supposed to be pretty funny. I feel like it has a better shot of going well for me still. Maybe I'll keep that one there. The Library of Fates by 𝗖cie RH. This is a YA fantasy, I believe, that I don't remember anything else about. And it's mythology based. That definitely explains why it's on my TBR. Nothing immediately tells me I should kick it off. It has less than 1,000 ratings, which means I could do it for like my hidden gem prompt on my fantasy bingo. What the heck? I'll add it to the list. Really doing a bang up job already, Nat. The Trader's Kiss by Erin Beatty, I think might be in the same boat, but I love this cover. It's so pretty. Also never heard anybody talk about this one. Another young adult fantasy, although higher fantasy. Got a 5-star from Zach. I'm tempted to add it to our list, but I also can't keep adding every book on there. Okay, here we go. Stillhouse Lake by Rachel Kane. This looks like a mystery, but I don't really remember. Oh, her husband's a serial perpetrator. Okay, that sounds interesting. Keeping that there. The Female of the Species by Mindy McGinnis. I definitely know I'm going to add this to the 10 books list because this is one that's been for the hard-hitting YA books that I've actively kept on my TBR because I really want to check it out. It sounds very in line with like Moxie by Jennifer Matthew, which I loved. But again, it's a young adult novel. We'll see how that goes. The Ocean at the End of the Lane by Neil Gaiman. I do think I'm gonna officially ixnay this. It's never been especially interesting to me, and now with the things that have been revealed around this author, I don't really want to read it. So yeah. Some more YA fantasies. The Afterlife of Holly Chase by Cynthia Han, I think I can officially ixnay. It is a young adult retelling of like The Christmas Carol. That doesn't really appeal to me anymore. right in here, Carmilla Rappaccini's daughter and the Greater God Pan. This is how you know this is right around when I read the Athena Club series, because that series is based on characters from these books. That's why they got added to my TBR. The Dead House by Dawn Kurdakich. I actively don't remember what this book is, so let's see. Oh, it looks like it's a young adult horror, actually. I have no memory of this book. Got some middling reviews from a few of my friends on Goodreads. I think I'll add that to the list. She's Too Pretty to Burn by Wendy Hurd, I think is also like a young adult mystery thriller, but I've heard it's more contemporary than mystery, so I'm gonna ixnay it. Black Girl Unlimited by Echo Brown, YA, hard-hitting, but I think it's like magical realism. Basis on the author's personal life, I think was the inspiration. So I'm pretty intrigued to just see this book and kind of figure out like how the story actually works. So that one I think I will keep on there as well. The Little White Lies series by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I have so many books by this author on my want to read list, and I think like every one of them is a series. So, you know, one of these days, maybe I should do that. Maybe that's a good idea. Maybe I should do like a trying the first book in all of her YA mystery series and figuring out like which series do I want to continue with. That sounds like a fun idea. Let me know in the comments if you want to see that video. The Roanoke Girls by Amy Engel. I think this is also a YA mystery. It actually is not YA. It is a mystery though. I guess I'll keep it on there. Dear Martin by Nick Stone. This is one of those YA books that is hard hitting and like part of me does want to try it out. I think it's supposed to be in line with The Hate You Give, and so while it's probably a very well written, hard hitting story, I don't know. No, I think I'll add that one to the list as one to try out. A Song Below Water by Bethany C. Morrow. I do think I'm going to officially ixnay this one just because the reviews I've heard about it, issues I've heard from other reviewers definitely stand out to me as problems I would have with the book as well, so may as well just go ahead and kick it off. Little Monsters by Cara Thomas. I have numerous Cara Thomas books on here, probably, which are, again, YA mysteries. Another author that maybe I need to like do a taste test of just all of her stuff, and that'll officially tell me whether or not I should keep her on my TBR or officially kick her off. Most of these are still on the list. The Companion by Katie, mostly young adult horror. Got some good reviews from people I follow. I kind of want to add that one, but I'll leave it on there. The Widows of Malbar Hill by Sujata Massey. I probably just butchered her name, I'm so sorry. This is a historical mystery. But I think it's like cozy mystery kind of, I don't know. This does seem interesting though. Maybe I'll keep that one on here. June Her, I have a lot of her stuff on my TBR as well. Another author that I need to do an author taste test of. I think all of hers tend to be like also YA historical mysteries, but they have some basis in true history, which is very interesting. Heartless by Marissa Meyer. I think I'm officially going to give up on this one. It is a YA like Queen of Hearts from Alice in Wonderland retelling, which does sound interesting. And I'm kind of on the fence about the Renegades by her as well. Maybe this should be one of those I add to the list. I love the Lunar Chronicles series, I do. After trying Instant Karma, it just left kind of a sour taste in my mouth with her work, and I've been hesitant to pick anything else up. But the Renegade series specifically is based on superheroes, and obviously I am a superhero fan. Most of these are staying here. But The Backstagers is another one that I've kind of gone back and forth with. It's also young adult in a graphic novel format, the voice, and there's not as much exposition around the character to bug me. The Rise of Kyoshi. This is obviously based on the Avatar TV show, and I've been wanting to pick these up for so freaking long, and I just have yet to do so. I need something to officially push me to do it. Love from A to Z by 𝗖cie. This is YA romance. I'm officially going to kick it off. It's not going to happen. I don't read YA romance. I don't read a lot of clean romance in general. Officially getting rid of that one. I also think I'm going to give up on Before the Coffee Gets Cold. This was making its rounds a few years ago, was so popular, but honestly, like, the idea of the story is interesting. I don't think I would really care that much to read it. It's kind of like a cozy fantasy. I do think it has some hard-hitting moments in it, but overall it just isn't a book that really stands out as something I want to read. I think I added it to my TBR because of hype. Officially gonna knock that one off too. Broken Things by Lauren Oliver. I don't remember what this is. Another YA mystery. Oh, and this is on the older side, 2013. Ooh, got some very mixed reviews from my friends on Goodreads. So maybe I'll add this one. The Eighth Detective by 𝗖cie𝗁𝗁. So sorry, I probably just butchered that. This is a mystery. Oh, that's right. It kind of made me think of the TV show Numbers, where there's like a brilliant mathematician, but basically he utilizes his knowledge to like help solve mystery cases. It sounds ridiculous, but it also sounds kind of fun. So I think I'll leave that one on here for now. I just need to get back into my mystery reading. Strange the Dreamer by Lonnie Taylor. I've gone so back and forth with this series because I've heard it's like a young adult version of The Starless Sea by Erin Morgenstern, and I love The Starless Sea. I did. I don't know if I really want a young adult version of it though. I don't know. It's like 500 pages and a series. I think it's only a duology, but still, like, it just seems like a lot to try and read. Maybe that's one of the ones I should put on this list. See, here's another Jennifer Lynn Barnes. Pretty Things by Janelle Brown. I don't remember what this is. Two wildly different women are brought together by the scam of a lifetime and a page turner. Oh my god, that's almost 500 pages? I don't know. Reading through reviews, this doesn't really sound like something I'd enjoy, so I think I'm gonna give up on that one. That looks like it for the first page. Oh god, The Last Hero by Rick Riordan. It's the first in the Heroes of Olympus series. I've gone back and forth on trying to read this for so freaking long. I put it on my list after I officially read through the Percy Jackson series. God, like 5 years ago now. Wanted to continue with this universe and just have yet to actually do so. I'll do it eventually. A Sweet Mess by 𝗖cie _Lee. I do think I'm gonna ixnay because I've not heard positive things about this. And then also I do believe I heard 𝗖cie Lee only writes clean romances, which just isn't really my thing, so may as well kick it off. The Passenger by Lisa Lutz. What are you? Yeah, nothing, not really standing out to me. The Bad Muslim Discount. I do think I'm gonna ixnay this one because I thought it was a romance, but it's actually more of a contemporary story. So maybe if it's just a straight contemporary, not really as interested. I also think I'm gonna ixnay Death by Dumpling. It's the start of a cozy mystery series. Cozy mysteries and we don't gel that well, so I do think I'll get rid of that one as well. And Now She's Gone. I don't remember what this is. Mystery, okay. Sounds okay, but like, it didn't really stand out, so I think I'll ixnay that. The Long Drop by Denise Mina. What are you? Another mystery. It's on the shorter side, which is positive, but does have kind of an intriguing setup though. Okay, I think I'll keep that one on there. The Guest List by Lucy Foley. I can officially knock that off. I've written this author off. I've tried twice with her and it just hasn't gone great, so I'm not going to try again. I've also heard that Lily Manon does clean romance, so I'm going to get rid of The Sizzle Paradox. It also has a 3.16 average rating, so that's pretty low. Half Sick of Shadows. I think this is like a Arthurian retelling, which whilst interesting, it's never really stood out to me for any specific reasons apart from that. And I've like only heard mid and negative things on it, so I think I'm gonna get rid of it as well. Book of Magic by Alice Hoffman. I've officially written off trying to finish this series, so I'm gonna delete that too. And with that, we can officially remove all of those and continue on to the next page. Oh, Killers of a Certain Age is a series? Today I learned. I do think I'm gonna get rid of Girl Serpent Thorn. It's a Sleeping Beauty retelling, but I've heard the voice of the characters is pretty immature, and I've also just heard very, again, middling and negative things, so I think I can also go ahead and kick that one off. Okay, so I think, scrolling down, I haven't really seen anything that's standing out, but All Your Twisted Secrets by Diana Urban. I think that one I'm gonna add to our quick to judge tag. Another YA mystery, kind of similar to One of Us is Lying, but like nothing about it really stands out. So I think another one that I'd be okay with ixnaying, or like at the very least, like I'll try it and see if it sounds interesting. If not, I'll get rid of it. Before You Knew My Name. I think this one I honestly added because of the cover, because it's really pretty. It has decent reviews, so I guess I'll keep that on there. Let's see. This DC Book of Pride, that one, I think I could get rid of it. I'm pretty sure I like entered a giveaway to try and get it because I like the idea of it, but I don't know if it's like actually a book I would ever read. It might just be something that sits on my shelf. All of these I'm still pretty interested in. A Society for Soulless Girls by Laura Stephen. I don't remember what this is. A dark and funny YA thriller with a supernatural twist. That's queer. I love that. The one person I'm friends with who has read this book gave it 1 star. But this might get put on the list. Strange Sally Diamond is one that has gone back and forth on my list. I feel like I only hear 5-star reviews and 1-star reviews of this book. I am so intrigued by it though. Like I gotta figure out what is it everybody's talking about here. One of these days I will officially read it. A Fragile Enchantment by Allison Saft. Honestly, after how the author taste test went, I think I can officially cross this one off the list. This is an author where I'm very much going to be picky about what stuff I pick up from her and listen to other reviewers. And this one I've also only really heard middling and negative things on it. Plus just the basic idea of the book on the whole hasn't really appealed to me too much. So I think I'll be okay crossing that one off the list. All of these are interesting. Oh, although I did officially get rid of this Elizabeth by J. Randy Taraborelli. That's just not gonna happen. I mean, I'm intrigued about Elizabeth Taylor's life, but like not that much. Oh, you know what? I should add One of Us is Back to this list because I loved One of Us is Lying when I first read it. Karen M. McManus for a hot sec there was like one of my favorite authors because every one of her thrillers I had a great time with. The second book in the series was okay. I don't think it really needed to exist, but I also appreciated getting to see a little bit more of the characters I loved from the first book. And when I found out she was doing a third book, I was intrigued enough to add it to my TBR. Have I picked it up? No, I haven't. I'll add it to the list of books to try out. All of the, like, we're hitting the point where like a lot of these are pretty recent additions. Well, I say pretty recent, like 2023. But overall though, I am still intrigued by them. This one by Tessa Groton though. I'm guessing I added this because I read her Star Wars book and enjoyed it. Well, excuse me, she has multiple. But like, I don't actually remember. Oh, okay. Yeah, sounds interesting. Never mind. I get why it's on my TBR. This Medusa by Jessie Burton. I think this is one of those like young adult hard-hitting books, kind of in the same line as Speak. Yeah, it's a young adult retelling. I read a lot of Greek mythology retellings. I think it'd be okay kicking off the young adult ones and sticking with the adult where, you know, they're going to be a little bit more highbrow. Saint Juniper's Folly by Alex Crespo. What is this? Do not remember what this is at all. Cemetery Boys meets The Haunting of Bly Manor. Oh, queer haunted house mystery. Actually, that sounds like a good time. I don't remember this, but I definitely need to check it out. I can knock off this book in the Bergman Brothers. I am still going to try and read this series, but it's like the 3rd book in. I know it's only on this list because I entered a giveaway. I only try to put the 1st book in series on my TBR because I want to try out the 1st book. And if that goes well, then I'll read the rest. Until then, I don't want to have all these books on my TBR. Yeah, a lot of these. Oh, there's another Bergman Brothers. A lot of these are still interesting to me. Although these are 2 cozy mysteries that I do think I can officially cross off. I think that was when I was like trying to find ones that might interest me. I've since given up on them. Red Sight by Meredith Mooring. What are you? I don't remember this. Imaginative space opera with sapphic romance, space pirates, a blind witch, and a powerful priestess. Hell yeah, that sounds like a fun time. Let's stay in there. A lot of these at this point are staying here, unless I like have heard really bad things about them. But no, for the most part, I'm still very intrigued by all of these books. Little Darlings by Melanie Golding. What are you? Darkest Fairy Tales. Fairy tales, horror, that would be why it's on my TBR. Lavash at First Sight, I've heard really... is it this one? I think it's this one. I think this is the one I've actually heard like pretty bad things about, so I'd be okay taking it off. Oh, maybe it's not this book. Maybe I was misremembering. Okay, never mind. Seems like it's actually pretty positive overall. Wow, I actually have a Brandon Sanderson on here. This has to be one that like got talked about on my book club or something, because I don't think I've ever added anything else from him to my TBR, just because he terrifies me. Like, the size of his books is terrifying. That's why. Voyage of the Damned, I think I'm officially giving up on. I've heard like literally only 1-star and DNF reviews of this, so I think I can officially kick it off the list. Celestial Monsters by Ian Thomas. The first book I'm going to be reading. I know I am. Like I said, I have a rule about sequels, and this is only on here because I submitted for the giveaway. Yeah, like I said, we're like getting fewer and fewer as we go on because these are like newer and newer books, so I'm still interested in a lot of them. I will say the Switchcraft for Wayward Girls, Grady Hendrix' newest book, I was pretty hesitant when I heard what it was about going in. Since hearing reviews, I've heard some people surprisingly positive reviews, such as Jan Agaton. I like across the board, nothing I've heard from reviews has really made it so that I have to read this book. It honestly just doesn't really interest me that much, so I think I can kick that one off, even though I do like this author, and I will still continue to read more from him. I just don't think that one's gonna happen. Yeah, these are all still on there. Our Secret Moments by Janisha Boswell. What are you? I don't remember you. This has to be like a book that somebody talked about at my romance book club because I don't remember adding it to my list for any other reason. That sounds good. Like, I'll check it out. Oh, Natasha Preston. This is an author that I hear has really crazy twists, but like not always in a good way. And I think I could get rid of that one and I'll be okay. Okay, last page. At this point, I doubt I will remove anything from these last pages. Yeah, no, like I said, these are all like immediate ads. I did realize I could do the find duplicates though, because yeah, there's numerous duplicates in here. Okay, most likely due to my entering giveaways and things, but that'll also cut down on the number of books we have. So with that, all of that removing, we are down to 701 books. I did not think to look at what it was at the start of this, honestly. Editing that will put the starting number here for you so we can see how much I actually removed. Fair amount. Like, that felt like it was a fair amount of books that I removed. And then with that, I have 10 books that I will be checking out to see whether or not I'm actually going to try and read them, or if I'm officially just going to give up and kick them off my TBR. Like I said, stay tuned for that. That video will be coming out on Monday. And so on that note, that is it for today, y'all. Thank you so much for coming to my channel. I really appreciate it. Make sure to hit like and subscribe down below. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, go ahead and leave me the red X emoji in the comments. I have all my socials as well as a few ways you can support me, including a Patreon linked in my description. I come out videos on Monday and Friday, but until then, I hope you continue to have a terrific day. Love you, bye!